I'm Carolyn Laffan from ZK Research, and I'm here in New York City at One Penn Plaza. This is home of Avaya's new Customer Experience Center. Obviously, hybrid work has changed everything in the business world, and it's made communications and collaboration technology much more important than it ever has been before. Avaya's tagline is experiences that matter, but it's hard to sell experiences over PowerPoint. So what better way to demonstrate experiences than to bring customers to your newly revamped Customer Experience Center. So we're going to go upstairs, have a tour, have a look around, and see what these new digital experiences are like. I'm here now inside the Customer Experience Center, and I'm joined by Carolyn Laffan Miller. You run the CEC for Avaya.
Yes.
This is a very impressive looking setup here. Can you just give me a little walkthrough of what we're looking at?
Sure. I'm so happy to have you here, Zayas. So typically we host customers, we host business partners in the center, and we really craft the applications and the solution to what's most important to them. And we show them how we can compose a solution through one cloud, and it might be over the top of their existing applications. It might be fully supporting them with our services and solutions. So we look at where they have the underlying challenges and focus on what we can drive with business outcome.
Yeah, I think one of the misunderstandings of Avaya is how big you are and how many different types of companies you serve. And so that's great. So in here, you're not just showing one demo for everybody, you're actually able to create custom experience on a per company basis. Is that correct?
Exactly. Yeah, that nails it. So we're focusing on what's going to be most important to that customer, and really understand what line of business is trying to achieve. What are they trying to do? And they also love to hear what others are doing within their industry and throughout other verticals.
Now, I know Avaya, you deal in experiences and all kinds of experiences: user experience, customer experience, employee experience, all the exits, right?
Yes.
And you mentioned one cloud, which I believe is the underlying foundation for your ability to deliver these experiences. So can you talk a little bit about that product and how it helps you deliver these?
So don't think of one cloud so much as a product, but really as the whole solution set. And it gives us that ability to compose those experiences from start to finish, instead of having siloed applications. So it doesn't have to be contact center in a silo or end user experience in a silo, but think about how we're supporting those workers, those resources, whether they're physically on site in a particular building, they're remote workers, they're remote agents, being able to deliver those applications to wherever they may be.
Now, I know the term experience gets overused a lot, right? But obviously, an experience in a school system is going to be different than a retailer, which will be different than a manufacturer. So let's go through an example here. Let's say I'm a healthcare customer, and I come in here. What would I see?
Okay, so so as a healthcare customer, typically what they're challenged with is they're trying to think about how they leverage their resources to really impact the patient experience. And so often patients are calling all different practices. It's just not a very efficient model.
Oh.
They're building outpatient access centers, but again, they tend to either be focused just maybe on voice calls, but then more difficult when patients are trying to do SMS, get appointment updates, things like that.
Yeah.
So where we can provide some real value is delivering our low-code, no-code applications. So out-of-the-box applications like virtual agent, being able to set up telemedicine scenarios and leverage AI throughout the patient experience can make a real impact.
Yeah, and the value of low-code, no-code is it actually removes the developer a lot of times from the experience. So now line of business people perhaps even can go create custom experiences on top of your vertical experience.
Exactly. So they're able to take the applications that we're providing out of the box and leverage those within the business process flow as it makes sense. And we're fully integrating with their other applications. So we're integrating with their electronic healthcare record systems, whether that's Epic, Cerner, and others on the healthcare side, and the same if we're talking about a banking customer or an education customer. We've done so much on the education side around e-learning integration, but you see that same methodology being applied across the corporate environment as well.
Yeah, so if I were to come in here and let's say I was to see out of a hospital, or even I ran a hospital, what would you show me here? How would this help me understand what Avaya can do for healthcare? So
let's look at an example. What I'm doing right now is I'm leveraging a virtual agent. So I don't need to engage a resource or try to figure out which number do I call. Am I calling orthopedics? Am I calling my primary care? How do I get started?
And that virtual agent's running on Avaya One.
That's right. Hi.
Hi, this is Andrew with Healthcare Services. How can I help?
I've fallen and I hurt my knee. I think I need a doctor appointment.
Oh, no, I am sorry to hear about your knee. Beyond Healthcare has physicians available for same-day video appointments. Would you like to have an appointment with one of our physicians available today?
Yes, I'd like an appointment.
To set up a video appointment with a physician, can you provide me your name?
Carolyn Laffan Miller.
What is the phone number?
1-908-759-3466.
Thanks, Carolyn Laffan Miller. You will receive a text message shortly with a link to the waiting room for the virtual video appointment with
fast,
a
yeah.
health physician. The physician will join you shortly. Is there anything else that I can answer?
No, thank you. Now, Louise Daly is our provider, right? And we're acting as the patient. Now, in addition, that doc or provider could push more detail, right? So we're talking face to face. I can show, here's the problem with my injury. You can see the swelling in my knee. This is what occurred. This is what happened. They could get all of my details from my chart if I already have a chart with that provider, and then as we wrap up the session, you could also push other details to me.
This is now the agent.
This is now the agent, and this could be someone who's in scheduling for that particular doc. It could be someone who's in nurse triage. If I was a patient who was released from the cardiac care unit, and we're popping up and integrating with Salesforce in this example, but if I was a patient who was just released from the cardiac care unit, you might deliver it to someone on that physician assistant team, because we're looking at the details for that patient, what's happening to them right now, and who's really the best resource. So we don't have to be limited just to the traditional contact center agent that we think of.
Well, Carolyn, thanks. That was fascinating. That was a great example of healthcare, and I know you can replicate this on an industry-by-industry basis. So if you're watching this, come on down to the Avaya Experience Center and check it out yourself, or another alternative is to do it virtually, correct?
Absolutely. When COVID hit, we didn't miss a beat. We went virtual immediately. We've had sessions that are virtual, remote, hybrid, and we'd love to host you back here in our New York Experience Center.
Well, thanks. I appreciate you hosting me and showcasing the Avaya technology.
Thanks so much.